Thank you. What is the worst fault you have? That's a hard question to answer, isn't it? And one of the hardest things about it is that nobody can help you but yourself. I'm reminded of a correspondence I had with a doctor from Nashville, Tennessee. In his first letter, he said something like this: "Dear Dr. Peale, I've read all your books and listened to your programs on the air, and I wonder how many people are more mixed up after reading and listening to you. The trouble is, you say that whenever anything goes wrong, all you have to do is to have faith and everything will turn out all right. Now, I don't agree with you. I think in this life you either get the breaks or you don't get them, and that a lot of people who don't get them could have done as well, if not better, than the people who did get them. You lead a man to think that faith can do almost anything, and I want to tell you that that is a lot of bunk. Sincerely yours." Well, you know, at first I didn't react too kindly to that letter, but when I began to think it over, that man was an honest man. So after 5 days, I wrote him back a letter. I said, "Dear Doctor, it was very nice of you to write me. Even though you take exception to what I say and what I write, I'm glad to hear from you. I don't like a yes man. I'd rather get the kind of letter I got from you than a letter that was smug and deceptive. You believe what you say. But I sincerely believe what I write and speak, too. It is not written out of theory, but on the basis of facts which I have observed and personally experienced. You are a scientific man, and I will guarantee you that if you will put these principles into practice with an open mind, an objective mind, they will work for you, too. Cordially yours." Well, we had a nice correspondence. I'd like to tell you the result of it after this message. I corresponded with that doctor for some time, and then sometime later I went down to Nashville to make a speech, and afterwards I got this short note. "Dear Dr. Peale, I had to drop you a short note between patients. I heard your lecture. I wanted to meet you, but I was called away by an emergency. I put to work some of the things you talk about, and one of them is the power of faith. I've learned to believe in it. Some of the results you get are positively uncanny. I can't believe some of the things that have happened. Still, they did happen. I just wanted to drop you this note to tell you that faith does work. Sincerely yours." Well, there was a case I guess I handled right. Here was a man that was honest. He knew he was mixed up himself. He had a hostile attitude toward anyone that believed in the goodness of man, in the perfectibility of human nature. I don't think I changed his thinking. He changed it for himself. He suddenly found that human beings, like flowers, bloom best when they are surrounded by an understanding attitude and a faith in the power of the human mind and spirit to rise above the difficulties of life and what he thought were the insults and injuries of his fellow men.